Shalom, Israel, Kahala Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of GMS who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. It's GMS Arkansas. This is the edition. Just furthering this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I want to say Brakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Here it is, RT. This is RT.com website, alternative news. Which we continue to watch, um, because alternative news feeds, man, they tell you like it is. These local news stations, man, they hide different things or suppress news, you know. But alternative news is pretty good. Here we have a article: several injured in a Maryland high school shooting. Now, this year, I think this is what the second or third high school shooting that we had. Um, when you look at it, the brothers in the truth, we know where it's heading. We know that these are part of the signs that's spoken of in Ezra's, the ninth chapter. That part of the signs that the Lord gonna show us coming. Because with these continuous school shootings, with the first major one that happened this year, they were already talking about arming teachers with guns. Basically, is to become armed armed teachers, man. So when you look at that, that's a more control, which is already a police state. And when you look up the word police state, uh, this is a police state. This is where they're trying to get it to go right here. America. You've had other countries. Remember Greece, France, Portugal. Remember they were having their riots. They had those police states, but which we already knew that was coming to America. So they have to plan out certain things to happen so they can usher it in. This is going to be the new America, right? When you're gonna see these Gurga troops all in the streets, right? And when you see this, know that Jeremiah 30:7, this is time of Jacob's trouble, you know. So this is gonna be the look, police state, man. When you go into that word police state, it is basically like a totalitarian state controlled by basically political police. A lot of times they're not the regular cops; they're military, what's called martial law when the military takes over, um, and they're doing certain things to get the mind of the people used to seeing a particular state, right? So a police state is basically like a totalitarian state, controlled by the political police forces that really secretly supervise the citizens' activities. Which secretly, that's why you have the cameras up everywhere. They're secretly supervising facial recognition and whatnot. So we've been in that police state for a while. So they just gonna get things going, putting the spirit on these people to rush in the martial law and the new world order. So Yahweh Shai could come in and basically redeem his people, Israel, the elect. So when you go into that word totalitarian, it's when the government subordinates the individuals to a state and strictly controls all the aspects of life by measurements, man. And when you go into coerce, it means by force or threats. So in this state here it comes, you're gonna be made to do things that you might not want to. Whether it's they have to kill your kid in front of you or kill your wife or your husband in front of you to make you do things, which this is culminating to the new world order, going into to get you to force you to take the microchip. You know, if you're not part of that elect, man, 2/3, man, you're gonna be coerced into doing these drastic measures, man. You know, the Lord is gonna have a spirit on the elect; they're not gonna accept it. And if the elect has to be a martyr for this truth, then that's what it's gonna be. But you average Joe six packs, man, it's gonna be hell on you, man. Go back to this article, if I may. Salaki is kind of slow, and uh, Esau got this shit slow. Okay. Uh, okay. There it is. Hey man, these phones are getting worse and worse, man. As they come with that net neutrality thing, man. Ever since the brother sent me the video, man, my phone been going slow. Part of it, man. It says several injured in Maryland high school shooting. Three people have been injured in a shooting at a Maryland high school, according to the local sheriff. The gunman and students at the school was among those wounded. The incident unfolded on Tuesday morning when a student walked into Great Mills High School and shot a female student in the hallway. The Maryland County Sheriff Tim Cameron, a male student, was hit by a bullet. The shooter was wounded at the exchange fire, and a resource with a school resource officer on campus. All three students were critical condition. Critical condition means it's possible that you can die. You know, they don't watch. You have to watch it close because critical means that you're possibly on your way out. It says the shooter was wounded after exchanging fire with the school resource officer on campus. All three students were in critical condition, but the officer was not yet injured. According to NBC Washington, victims are being treated at the MedStar Mary's Hospital, according to CBS. Okay, now these shootings are happening more rampant. But what Esau is doing, he's making this he's using these kids, protect the kids at all measures, right? They always say the kids are the future. So when now you start bringing these incidents with these kids, that's gonna make the people go with whatever plan or coercion the government wants to bring. Which we know is a police state, a heavier police state, which is martial law, man. But this is part of the scriptures. You know, it says, um, this is Second Ezra 9 and 2. It says, "Then shalt thou understand that it, it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." It says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou be well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before the beginning." And it says, "For like as all that is made in the world and an end, and the end is manifested." So these things are being manifested now. In the spirit world, these things are already happened. So we're playing these. It says, "Even to the time also of the highest have plain beginning in wonders and powerful works, and ending in effects and signs." And these are part of the signs that the Lord is coming. because this is getting close to martial law, man. It's martial law where they're gonna be coercing people with measures to do to come under that banner of the New World Order, that totalitarian, man. If you type in totalitarian on the Google, I'm pretty sure you're gonna see probably Adolf Hitler. That's probably who you're gonna see come up, you know, because they had that totalitarian system. Which you have the totalitarian system in China. You have I know it's in Southeast Asia and Cambodia and places like that. Thailand, because you have a lot of Jakes over there. A lot of Jakes, man, in that area. You know, Clubhouse, a lot of Jakes, man, and that that government don't really want them Jakes to rise up because them Jakes are much more smart and brighter than the average white looking Thai person. So they have to keep a